Catastrophizing. When you say everything's ruined, it's the mental equivalent of spilling a drop of coffee on your shirt and then setting the whole house on fire because, well, what's the point now? It's like breaking a shoelace and deciding you'll never walk again. Your brain is running faulty software. It zooms in on one broken pixel and screams the whole TV is dead. Science calls this cognitive distortion. It's your amygdala hitting the panic button while the prefrontal cortex takes a nap. But notice, you already don't catastrophize in other areas. If you stub your toe, you don't call an ambulance. If they burn one French fry, you don't sue McDonald's. See, you already know how to keep scale. All you're doing is misapplying a skill. If you keep catastrophizing, your future looks like hell. Missed chances, burnout, ulcers. And being the person no one wants to invite anywhere. Because you'll say, the wine's corked, so life's meaningless. If you stop and you learn to zoom out, you'll gain resilience. You become the one who laughs when the toast burns and says, well, at least the fire alarm works. People trust you. Your nervous system stops frying itself. You live longer, literally. Personalizing. Blaming yourself for everything. It's like standing in the rain and screaming, this storm is my fault. Hell no. You don't control the clouds. Think of it like this. You're the driver of your car, not the whole traffic system. If someone rear-ends you, that's on them. Yet the personalizer takes every crash, every red light, every pothole and says, I'm the reason. The science. Your brain's default mode network is overactive. It's wired to make me stories. Evolution gave it to you so that you'd learn when you actually did screw up. But when that network misfires, it takes ownership of shit you never owned. And here's the karmic kick. If you keep doing this, you shrink your sense of worth. You play small, you don't take risks. Why? Because you trained yourself to carry blame like a fucking boulder strapped to your back. But when you drop the blame, you free up your hands. You can actually carry something useful, like opportunity, love, or an ice cream cone, without guilt dripping on it. Generalizing. This always happens. Really. Always. If you get stuck in traffic once, does that mean every road on earth is cursed? It's like burning one piece of toast and declaring, all bread is evil. Generalizing is useful when it saves your life. Touch a hot stove once. Don't touch any hot stove again. But when your brain starts painting every situation with the same brush, you blind yourself. That's not wisdom. It's lazy patterning. And notice again, you don't always generalize. If you've got one haircut you hated, you don't decide hair is the enemy. You don't boycott oxygen because one fart smelt bad. You already know how to make distinctions. The future, if you keep this shit, you'll never try new things because you'll be convinced the past rules the future. That's prison. But if you reframe, you become curious again, flexible, you see options. You realize one bad date doesn't mean love is impossible. It just means Steve with the socks and sandals wasn't your soulmate. Minimizing wins. Yeah, but it wasn't that good. It's like spitting out diamonds because they're too small. Imagine a kid winning a race, and instead of celebrating they say, well, I only beat 5 people, not the Olympics. You'd smack that nonsense out of them, right? Yeah, you do it yourself. The science, your brain evolved to focus on threats, not wins. Survival bias. Cavemen who obsessed over berries got eaten by lions. Cavemen who obsessed over lions lived. So your nervous system still thinks, ignore the good, hunt the danger. But now, in your modern life, this turns into minimizing joy. It's like refusing deposits, because you're waiting for a multi-million-dollar check. You end up broke, not because you didn't earn, but because you didn't bank it. If you keep minimizing wins, your motivation starves. You feel like nothing is ever enough. Depression feeds on that. Flip it. Celebrate small wins. Each one is a brick. Build enough. You've got a fucking fortress. Confidence stacks, energy multiplies, and people, they'll want to stand near you because gratitude is contagious. When you zoom out, you see the forest. Catastrophizing, personalizing, generalizing, minimizing. They're all the same pattern. A distortion of scale. Too big, too small, too wide, too narrow. It's like using a funhouse mirror on your own life. When you zoom in, you see the tree, the crack in the glass. Isn't the internet dying? The burnt toast isn't bread's obituary. The rain isn't your cosmic fault. The skill, flexibility, to move your mind like a camera lens, wide angle, zoom, crop. The more angles you can see, the more power you have. That's not philosophy. That's neuroplasticity. The brain literally rewires when you practice perspective shifting. So why are you afraid to do this? You're afraid people will think you're arrogant if you celebrate wins. Afraid you'll look naive if you stop catastrophizing. Afraid if you don't blame yourself, you'll stop being responsible. Afraid if you let go of generalizations, you'll get hurt again. But that fear, it's just a smoke alarm with dead batteries, beeping for no reason. It confuses vigilance with virtue. And confusion, my friend, it's actually your doorway. Because when the brain's old bullshit scripts clash, that's when it's vulnerable to rewrite. That's the hypnotic gap. Chaos before clarity. Look, life will hand you cracked screens, storms, burnt toast, and tiny diamonds. You've got two choices. Keep running the old code, keep suffering, keep bleeding energy into distortions. Or say fuck that and upgrade. See the crack as a crack, not the apocalypse. See the storm as weather, not your curse. See one mistake as one mistake, not destiny. See small wins as precious bricks that build empires. Cause and effect is merciless. If you keep these traps, you'll live trapped. If you drop them, you'll rise free. And freedom, that's not woo, it's neuroscience, psychology, and karma shaking hands. So decide, do you want to be the sucker who smashes their phone because of one crack? Or the badass who uses that crack as proof that they've lived? And keeps surfing the internet anyway.